I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now starting. Welcome to the Hey everybody, welcome to Off the Vine. I'm your host, Kaitlyn Bristowe. I don't even want to do an intro for this one because all you need to know is it was one of my favorite interviews in the last 7 years. I laughed, I almost cried, I was moved, I was inspired, and I could have talked to them for 5 hours. So enjoy my conversation with Kathy and Nancy from the Golden Bachelor. We're recording too.
I didn't know we started.
I am available.
Hi.
Here's my phone number.
No,
Feel
I'm
free to
available,
call.
and I need to say that first. You let me talk first.
Go. I'm going to be quiet
Nancy's
now.
available.
Yes.
Nancy,
My
you're
phone
gorgeous.
number. You can
gorgeous.
locate me on or DM me, right?
Oh my gosh.
Slide into your DMs.
Wait, I'm so into this. Okay, so your DMs are open and available and you want someone to slide.
Sure.
Okay.
Happy to.
Would you ever get on a dating app?
I have before.
Okay, what app?
And it didn't. I was on Match one time.
Yeah.
I was on Bumble.
Yeah.
Twice.
Okay.
And I met men, and you know what? Not good for me. It was not good for me.
Okay.
One person
Fair
I
enough.
dated.
You
for
could
a
have just
couple
stopped with
years.
not good. You don't have to say
Not,
for me.
yeah,
Just
bad. Just
not good, period.
You would think that men would get better with age. Do they not?
How hard do you want me to shake my head no?
I
That's
mean,
so interesting.
You want to know the truth?
And I had a
Yes.
great marriage. You know, like normal ups
Yeah.
and downs and whatever, but
Of course.
overall, a great marriage, 3 great kids, and I at one point I thought, you know, I'm still looking for Mark.
Oh,
You know that, and then I
Yeah.
realized, you know what,
there isn't one.
clearly not, and I don't compare, and I don't,
Yeah.
and yeah, no, I'm really ready.
Wow,
And
okay.
it just, and then it's true, like Kathy said, you say to people, "Oh my gosh, let me know if you have any friends."
Yeah.
and Katie Couric,
Yeah.
we have a connection, but anyway, she
Cute.
said, yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But she said it took her 16 years to meet Molnar. That's
I'll
her
be
now
dead.
husband.
Yes.
I'll be dead.
Well,
But it made me feel better because it's been 13 years
Oh,
since
okay.
my husband died. And
Okay.
and I saw her a couple years ago and she goes, "Nancy, come on. Are you really? You haven't found it?" And I said, "Katie, I don't know what it is. I just want one boyfriend.
Yeah.
I don't want a lot. I
Yeah.
don't want to be a serial dater.
Yeah.
I'm a really good
Yeah.
really just want a partner.
Yeah.
I would get married again if it's the right person, blah, all the stuff here." And she goes, "This is what you do." I thought this was brilliant.
ooh,
That's what I always do. Keep going.
She said, "You go tell everybody you know, same thing. Hi, do you know any friends? You know, don't forget me."
Really?
And of course, with her, she's Katie Couric. So,
Yeah.
and she wouldn't mind me saying this
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she has also published this in People Magazine. And she said, "But then I thought," and she dated a lot of people. She just couldn't find a guy, even her.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And so she started telling people she really didn't know, like the lady at the grocery store who always checked her out.
Oh, interesting.
And she took it totally, and she said, I was on a mission.
Yeah.
She said, "I thought, what is wrong? And there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong." You know, she said, "But you start to feel like that,
Yeah.
but it's weird. And
Yeah.
people look at you like, you're still single? What's wrong with you?" And it's not. So then
much
she
pressure.
said, so she told a woman who was subbing at her gym for spin class.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knew who she was. And she went up to the girl who was a sub and said, "Hi, I'm Katie, and I would like to, you know, I really want to date somebody, and please keep me in mind."
Wow.
That day, that girl said, "Oh my gosh, you need to meet my cousin's friend who's an investment banker and da-da-da. He's been divorced. He's got 3 kids, blah, blah, blah." They got married a year later. And she said, had I not done
I
that.
love that.
So it's a really good lesson, I think. Like even when you tell random people.
You're putting it out there.
Even people you don't know.
Yeah.
Don't forget me, because all the people you do know, and I'm sure, Kathy, you've done this too for a while, they haven't delivered.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, I've got a lot of friends." Ooh, you wouldn't want
but
that.
yeah, no.
So you know what I get is
What?
when I say that, because I literally took that from Nancy's told me that story before.
Yeah.
And so I do. Of course, have I ever met a stranger? No. And so I tell everyone, it's kind of my shtick now.
Yeah, yeah.
People write on my Instagram page, "You're so desperate."
Oh,
And I'm
Lord.
like, no, I'm
Well,
really
people
not.
are going to say stuff.
I'm really not.
People call
I'm
you
not.
desperate. Wait, I love this idea because I'm big on if you want something, you got to put it out into the universe. And if you say it out loud, it happens. And you never know
Yeah.
who you're saying it to and what connection they could have to something that's going to literally change your life. And you don't know when it's going to happen. It could be tomorrow. It could be in 2 years. You don't know until you put it out there.
Well, I put Colin Firth out there right when I went on the show. I did put it out there. I told Brett. I told Marina knows, and he hasn't come to find me, but it's still put out there. That's all.
I just got cork in my mouth. Jeez Louise. Well, we're still putting it out there.
Thank you.
Can I just say,
Yes.
do you have a lot of girlfriends?
I do.
So
best.
Nancy and Susan,
Yeah.
like we've traveled together. We've already just planned our next trip to St. Martin. Like that to me is so much fun. I
Yes.
don't have to listen to them whine.
Yeah.
Or complain or ask them what time dinner. Like
Yeah.
men can be tough.
They are tough. I actually, in my experience, I like to say only 38, but I always,
We're twins.
even you and I?
Yeah.
Do you know that the producers have told me this about you? That I am you?
What?
Yes. Peter Geist, I think, was the one that said, "You are Kathy. Kathy is you."
Oh,
Yeah.
that is about
so
the nicest
funny.
compliment
I
I've
know,
ever
I was
seen.
going to say that.
Ever.
people-
I mean,
yeah.
can I just tell you the dress you have on?
Oh, it's a lot.
Oh, I could wear the
Oh, I
lacing
love it.
as long there'd be
I
fat
love it.
hanging out at each hole. Other than that, we're twins.
First of all, I did not want to wear this podcasting all day. I just didn't have time
It's
to
a
change.
fabulous dress.
Well, thank you. I've now been seen in it at Chris Harrison's wedding, at another party, and now
Do you
3
know they
podcasts
live-
today.
Do you know that Chris Harrison and his wife live about 5 minutes from me?
What? Oh, you need to be friends with them. They're amazing.
They brought me home from the airport from something. We're sitting in. No, they did.
Amazing.
Yeah, they brought me home. I know
aren't they
exactly where
nice?
they live.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Nice people.
I have to say, because we were just saying about girlfriends.
Yeah.
I had a woman on my podcast who has done a lot of studies around women who live the longest, and it's women who surround themselves with other women and community and like have a village.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Isn't that interesting? People are like,
Very.
stop drinking or don't eat this and this for your health.
Stop drinking.
I will never.
Cheers to
Cheers.
that.
I'm like, red wine is good for you. Community,
Yeah.
having like empowered women around you. And they honestly say that's what
I'm
it is.
telling you, Kaitlyn, people always ask me, and I'm sure Nancy, you hear it too. What did you take away from the show?
Yeah.
How has your life changed?
Yeah.
The friendships that I walked away with from the show.
I mean, it was
that-
apparent.
It's
That's
worth
what people loved about the
everything.
show.
Did that happen on your show?
Honestly, yes and no. It was, I'm still very close with like 4 or 5 girls from my season. There were a few, of course, that were definitely catty and mean. And, with some of us, I was 29 at the time, and a lot of girls were like very young. So yeah, it wasn't what you all had. It was different. Like we bonded, but there's still a lot of insecurities and
Can I just tell
wasn't
you?
the same? Yeah,
Do you think some of the women on our show had insecurities?
Absolutely.
of course.
It's not related to age.
So what is it? Like, why did you all have such a unique experience that you walked away with such good friendships?
I think one avenue or one way was we had all lost someone. And I
know
think
what?
I don't
Yeah.
know I don't know the numbers, but Kathy's husband passed away.
Yeah, yeah.
My husband passed away. And a few had bad divorces. One person was never married. But I think especially the people who had lost, had a spouse die.
Yeah.
I think, you can sit here with somebody, and if your husband, God forbid, died and mine did, you and I wouldn't even have to talk about it. Because
Yeah.
you'd know when somebody's in your boat,
Yeah.
that changes
I think
everything.
we felt that as the audience. I feel like we felt that the women of that season had lived. They've been through things. They've
And I think that's why,
Yeah.
even though I told Teresa to zip it, which, you know, if that's the most drama you
Incredible.
can come up with,
Yeah.
you know, mazel.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, that's so
but
true.
honestly, I think Nancy's right.
Yeah.
We have all lived. We've had the highest of
Yeah.
highs and
Yeah.
the lowest of lows. And really,
Yeah.
drama? No. We are women who have lived a lot of life, and we
Yeah.
want to support women.
Yeah,
and
Absolutely. And are resilient.
and we're resilient.
Resilient.
That's the
Oh
thing.
my gosh. Yeah, that's
See,
a great
I told
word.
you she says smart stuff.
Yeah, that is a great word to describe
but
you.
it's true. We know all of us.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
But Nancy-
you also have no choice.
Wait a second. That's true.
True.
But
That's
you
true.
and I, we talked
That's
about
true.
this. Nancy and I have talked. There were several women who went through really ugly divorces.
Yeah.
Nancy and I both lost our husbands.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this, right? We had no marriage is perfect, but
Right,
some
of
of the women on the show had really ugly
Yeah,
situations.
true. Yeah,
and
it's
we
true.
were, so both of us, Nancy just said that earlier, like she's looking for another Mark. I know that I'm not going to find another Daryl. That was my husband's name.
Yeah.
And like Nancy, I'm not looking for another
Right.
Daryl.
Yeah.
Right.
But I am so grateful
Yeah.
that I had such a great guy.
Yeah.
If I never find another guy, at least I had him. And
I'm gonna cry.
we've talked about that I am so grateful for the man I had and my 3 children and my
Yeah.
grandchildren. I am grateful for that.
Yeah.
And so if I can find a guy who wants to live and have fun, but if I can't, how lucky was I to have such a great guy?
That
so.
the perspective of that only comes with age, life experience.
What are you talking about? I'm 39.
I know, we're twins.
And you know what? I named my daughter after you. I have 2 Kaitlins.
That's right. See?
2 Kaitlins.
My daughter's Kaitlyn.
Oh, you have 2 Kaitlins, as in me being one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, that's very odd that you would have 2 daughters and name them both
Right,
Kaitlyn. I've never
right.
heard of that before. But that it really is. You could see that. I think that's why people appreciated this season so much. Like, I've never seen a response to the franchise like this in a very long time, and I think
Really?
it's Oh yes, and I've been a fan of the show since the very beginning, and it's gone through its ups and downs, and that was like the refresher that the world needed in that franchise, because it was something that we hadn't seen before. People were craving more maturity and authenticity on the show. I think the world as a collective is craving more authenticity, and nothing is more authentic than a woman who's been through some shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what we got to see.
And I will tell you, for me, I don't know about you, Nancy,
Yeah.
when I walk through airports, wherever I am,
Yeah.
people come up to me. I'm literally from age 20 to 80, and
Oh, yeah.
they say to me, you know, we loved you on the show. We loved your honesty, and you gave me hope again.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I still get goosebumps
Yeah.
because for me to have, it's such a privilege that I can make people's lives better.
Yeah.
And that they can have
And there's
hope
no
again.
age limit on that.
That's
No,
right.
it's exactly
You
right.
know?
Life is not over.
And we still have hope.
Yeah.
You gave me that personally. I grew up with a mom who is literally the best mom I could ever ask for, but who was very terrified of aging. And I've seen her change over the years of embracing her age and really leaning in and seeing that life is not over and all the things. She's so feisty, 72, like she is about to be 72. She'll kill me if I don't say 71.
Right.
But like I've really seen her in her age lean more into it, which is amazing. But it had me growing up thinking that that's scary, that it's a bad thing. And I've worked on that, obviously, because I've had a best friend who has passed. I've had experiences that make me go, aging is a privilege. But seeing your season made me excited to get older, and because
Kaitlyn,
I
do not
mean
wish
it.
your life away.
But
no.
That's nice to hear.
No, I do. Oh
truly.
gosh, and now I really think how exciting that there's still so much more life to go. And even when you get to the place that you thought when you were in your 20s, 30s, like, oh, I can't imagine, you get there and you go, I still feel 30 something.
Yeah.
And I still, and you can still do whatever the hell you want to do, but with more confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can I tell you one question then? One question.
Yeah.
The only problem, the only caveat with that is men always want younger women. I mean, look, Nancy's 10 years younger than I.
Yeah.
So some great guy walks in here, looks at us and says, oh, two pretty ladies. She's prettier, but whatever.
No.
Which one's she going to choose? He's going for Nancy.
This is why those are parts of my insecurities and my fears. I've been taught through not just my mom, through media, through television, through magazines, through social media now that, you're getting to this age. Well, you're in the world of social media. Your job's going to go away. You won't have this. You can't get this role anymore. You're not going to host this.
Don't believe him.
That's the best advice you could ever give me.
Don't believe him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prove him wrong.
Yeah. And that is my favorite thing to do. I love proving people wrong, especially men.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I'm like, I wouldn't trade. So yes, they will sometimes choose a younger woman, but I have never been more confident at 38 than I was at 28.
That's right.
And I would never choose 28 over 38 ever again.
Good.
So I'm hoping, and this is where your inspiration for me comes from, is that just keeps going. There's this fear around it, but every year you probably just get more like, why was I afraid of this? I feel great and I am great. And
I also think I remember meeting a man in Indiana. I'm from Ben Higgins' hometown. Mm-hmm. We have a background. Anyway,
oh, yeah. Oh,
and
Ben.
My parents live there. And he had served in Vietnam. Wow. And he had a caregiver, and he was walking past our table and he was having trouble. And he came over. It was very strange. And I said, oh, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
And he was like 99. And he said, you know what? My service was nothing. He goes, it was a lot, but he said, I've been through hell and back. I just lost my wife.
Oh.
Like 6 months before.
Lord.
And we at the table were all like,
oh, God.
But the point was, we've all been through hell and back.
Yeah.
Again, because you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You don't just choose to be resilient. You have to because you have children, because you have other things going on. What are you going to do? Melt? No.
The only way to get on the other side is through.
You have to go through.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we did.
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah.
And we talk about loss.
Right.
And, Nancy's husband was ill. How many years, Nancy?
3.5.
Wow.
Yeah. And, my husband died by suicide, so it was in a moment. And Nancy, you and I have talked about this. It's not which loss is worse.
No.
Loss is loss. It doesn't matter if it's a divorce, a relationship, a child, a job.
Yeah.
Loss sucks.
Yes. People don't talk about that. I was just saying that with Kelsey and Joey because Kelsey lost her mom at 20.
Yeah.
And we were talking just about how you can grieve who you thought a person was. You can grieve a relationship, a job, like you said, all of those things. And we all do it differently.
People who may have an illness.
Yeah.
Grieve the person they were before they were sick.
I can't imagine that.
So it's true. It's everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what do you do with that?
Yeah.
And people hopefully can get help or talk about it, but you're right. Loss is loss.
Yeah. It really and people don't know especially how to cope with loss sometimes, especially if it's sudden. And if even if you see it coming, everyone has different coping skills. And to me, I'm like, I wake up in the middle of the night with the most intrusive thoughts of loss because I lost a best friend when I was 19, she was 18. And it was like the most tragic thing I've ever gone through in my life. And then, especially at that age, and then I lost a relationship that I thought was the one at like 26, which is so cute now that I look back on it. But and it rocked me. And so as I get older, of course I want to think I would deal with things better, but I'm more scared of losing somebody than I ever have been in my life.
Okay, but wait, don't you think that you took parts of each loss and has helped you build who you are today?
1,000%.
So as difficult as it is to lose, I am such a different person in some ways.
Yeah, from that.
And you know yourself better.
Yeah.
Then you have to.
Right.
Again, you have to because you don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah, you have to look within and go, okay, how am I dealing with this? And you just one foot in front of the other. Sometimes it's day by day. Sometimes it's hour by hour, minute by minute.
And loss, sometimes I think people feel so isolated.
Yeah.
It's only ever happened to me. It's only ever happened to two other. It isn't.
Well, and I think that's why people
loss.
loved the season again so much, is because they don't feel so alone. They've gone through life.
Wonderful. That's what we wanted.
You're right.
Wanted
and it
to
was
impact people.
That is exactly what it was. I feel like you really did impact a lot of women, especially, but like just humans in general.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice to hear. People asked, the young folks.
Yeah.
59 and below.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I'm close to that.
I know. The young ones will say, some of them have said, I wanted to be an influencer. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like when we came on the show, I didn't know what an influencer was.
I didn't have an Instagram.
That was another refreshing thing about it, is we all knew nobody was there for the Instagram followers to be an influencer. And now you're some of my favorite influencers, but everyone believed it was, and it was, we believed because it was genuine.
It was.
You were all finding hope again, love again, your like self again, and we got to watch that.
Yeah.
And I think also it did make me less afraid of loss, because I was like, look at these women thriving, and you've been through so much in your life. And I get very scared to lose people. And I don't know if I've said this on a podcast yet. This is so funny and cute and embarrassing and sad all at the same time. I'm literally already seeing a grief counselor because I'm so attached to my dogs that I'm already seeing one for when they go, because I'll cry right now. Like, I can't handle that.
Can I just lighten this conversation up for 1 second? You can have them cloned.
Yes.
No, you can't.
Oh, I've looked all into this.
And
I'm too big of a rescue. I'm a rescue. Right. I can't do it.
What do you mean?
I'd rather rescue a new one and give that a home than clone the other. And I think
really they're only your love for a moment.
I could never compare.
I'm kidding. Oh. See, Nancy, we love each other.
I love the dynamics.
I will slap her, or I'll tell her to be quiet and let me talk. Go ahead.
I love the dynamic. But I so Ramen, I always call him my soul dog, and I couldn't clone him because he wouldn't be Ramen.
What kind of dog is he?
Golden Retriever.
They are the best.
The best.
Get cats. They live forever.
I do want a cat. I would love a cat.
I have two. I'll send them to you.
I'll send them to you.
They're free.
Literally, they're so sweet. They're geriatric cats. They love me.
I love a geriatric cat.
Oh my God. What is your address? They're coming to you.
Please send them my way. I truly want a cat so bad.
No, my cats, people who hate cats love my cats.
Why do you want to get rid of them then?
I don't want to get rid of them. I want to be able to go. Can I tell you how expensive it is to have cat sitters?
Oh, I know, because I travel all the time and I have dog sitters all the time. I have two beautiful dog sitters who love my dogs. I like to think the way that I love them, and they come to the house. But yes, it's expensive.
Okay, so I have to tell you, my neighbor lives 2 doors down.
Yeah.
She is a cancer survivor, just had her last cancer treatment.
Yes.
She's like 42.
Yeah.
She is the most lovely person.
Wow.
By the way, she watched the show during her cancer treatments. She's amazing.
Oh, I think I remember. Did you talk about? Yes, I remember.
She just had her last radiation treatment. She's cancer-free. Yay, Andrea. Yes. She's cancer-free. But she comes over and takes my cats and sits with them and loves on them.
Sweet. God, I love good people.
But she can't adopt them because she has a dog.
Oh. My dogs love cats. My dogs will.
That's interesting.
They go to see. They grew up on the streets, so they're just like happy to be anywhere.
Right.
Like I rescued both of them from South Korea, and so they really had some humble beginnings, and they just love. They eat spinach, broccoli.
How old are they?
Well, I don't know for sure. I think Ramen is probably 8, and I think Pino's 4 or 5. Yeah, and they are They love chickens. They love cats. They love for any animal that is around them. They just love, and it's so cute. So that's why I feel confident getting a cat. I'm like, they would love it. I think my one dog, Pino, I think he lived with a cat before he came to me, because he walks on the back of the couch sometimes and he does paw things. And I'm like, you think you're a cat. It's hilarious.
It's true.
Yeah.
Right?
It's so sweet. But yeah, so I've definitely looked into the cloning. Thought about that from the day I got them. I was like, I want to clone them. And I think, didn't Barbara Streisand clone her dog or something? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I heard that.
I mean, if I were Barbara
Somebody
Streisand,
did.
I'd clone myself.
That's another issue.
Hey, guess what? I wonder if, like, look at how far technology has come over the last 20 years. Like, if we think about...
Can you imagine?
So there might be an AI version of the two of you doing podcasts in the near future.
Right. There you go.
You never know.
The one thing I wanted to say about
Tell me.
what we were talking about a little bit ago about what you were saying about fearing more loss.
Yes.
Do you think you've changed because of the loss that you...
Yeah.
Right. I think, and I've talked to a lot of people about this, I think people end up, like it or not, being more compassionate human beings
absolutely.
because they've had whatever loss it is.
I agree.
And having to deal with it and all that. And I think that's the little blessing that comes out of it.
It is, because you realize that life is precious, and we can say that until we're blue in the face, but until you experience loss, you don't realize that. And the more you experience it, the more you treasure and cherish life, and you see the importance in life. I feel like, as fun as it is to have Instagram followers and to do the experiences that we do and to have everything that we have, it's like a bonus. It's so much fun. But like how much has social media impacted your lives in that way? Like, I feel like at your, don't take this the wrong way, at your age, I feel like you can like almost embrace the community of it and the support and love and like have fun with it, rather than do the comparison game, be insecure, see other people and be like, why am I not doing this? Like, what is and I ask this on a lot of podcasts, relationship with social media.
I never had an Instagram until I went on the show. And I probably have the lowest number of followers now.
Quality over quantity, I think.
But
Nancy is quality.
Yeah.
No, thank you. But
that's sweet.
I have many of my dear friends who have a lot.
Yeah.
And at first,
you go, well,
I was like, okay, well, so I don't want to just make eggs in the morning and go, oh, hi, now
You mean you don't want to sell toothpicks on Instagram?
Right. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I also know that in order to get more things, you have to have more followers. So I've really wrestled with that.
Yeah,
Just
I bet.
FYI. Because
that's real.
It is real.
Yeah.
And I've said that.
Yeah.
And I put on there, if you look at my Instagram, there's a lovely picture of me without a tooth. Right before the show, and Kathy knows this firsthand, I had a gel manicure, or no, a dip manicure that was really hard. And I went like this.
No.
And all of a sudden, this is 4
I do
weeks.
that all the time.
I didn't even know if I was still going on the show yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, I bite it. I thought, oh, my tooth hurts. One on my front, not my front, the one next to it. And so I was like, okay, that's like my sign. Can't do the show.
Oh.
If I picked, not doing the show. And then the dentist, they have to pull the tooth.
Oh my gosh.
Then I have to have an implant.
Oh God.
But they can't do the implant. You have to wait for 4 months. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm going on the show. I can't. And they said, oh no, it's okay. We'll make you a retainer with a fake tooth. So of all the things, so the entire time I'm there.
You got a retainer with a tooth. Relatable.
Wait. Nobody knew it before Kathy and Susan, nobody else knew it because I was embarrassed. And when I talked, my producer, Brian, would go, Nancy, come here. You have something in your retainer.
Oh. Wait, can I just
tell you? And then I
take
it out, and I was like, I can't make this if I try.
Humbling.
But let me say, we shared a room. Nancy, Susan, and I,
share
and
a room. That kills
one night,
others.
and a bunch of others were in one room.
Yeah.
And one night, Nancy, we're sitting there, and I'm not kidding. We're all just chit chatting. As the better we got to know each other, people let down their guards.
Yeah, of course.
Nancy, all of a sudden,
Upset.
I wish you could see it.
Yeah.
Like she goes,
You can
"Well,
look at my
girls,"
Instagram, I have it on there.
she goes, "Well, girls," and she does this. And she goes,
and I had a big gaping.
we just died laughing.
But that's one reason
But we loved it. We embraced it. We didn't care.
We had
of course.
the biggest laugh of the century.
I bet.
But the whole time, whenever anybody I talked, and when I was on camera, or I thought I was on camera, I was like, oh my God, it's going to fall out. Like, and then I kind of had a lisp. And I thought,
none of this is true. She was fabulous on the
you
show.
cannot get any worse. And so the whole time I'm thinking, okay, now I've never been on TV, and now I've got this thing. And I thought, you know what? I don't know why I'm here. I don't know. And I had the best time. Yeah. But I just recently.
You were there because you are fabulous in every way.
Oh my gosh.
But I literally Brian would be like, Nancy, I thought again, couldn't make it up, but I just got my shoes, not my permanent one, but my permanent one.
She's still waiting on it.
I don't have to wear a retainer. Oh, thank God. And I thought nobody's gonna want to date me with a hole in my mouth.
Are you kidding me? I wear retainers tonight every night of my life.
Yeah.
Every night.
But you weren't missing a tooth.
That's peanuts.
Yeah, I've got other issues.
Yeah, we all do.
We all do.
I will say for me, social media.
Yeah.
I had an Instagram account because when I worked, in fact, I had an Instagram when it first came out.
Yeah.
And a Twitter, now X, account when it was like 14 characters because in my job I had to have all those accounts, but I barely used them. I just had to have them and input stuff, occasionally. But I will tell you, I did an interview for Bachelor Nation. I have a gay son who is...
I didn't know that. Did I?
I don't know.
Oh.
But he is the most incredible human being.
I bet.
Well, I have 3 incredible human beings.
Yeah.
And they asked me if I would do an interview, and I said, sure.
Yeah.
And it was about being an ally for the gay LGBTQ plus. I always get the initials wrong, but who cares?
Yeah.
They're all included.
Yes.
And the hate mail.
Oh,
no, you can't imagine. And so for me, people, I think
so
for me, I am authentically myself. I can't be anyone else.
No.
I was myself on the show. Yeah. I am who I am.
Yeah, right.
Love me or hate me.
Yeah.
However, social media, I would say, I wish people could be more kind.
I know.
Because I'm a human being. I think if people knew my story, they would be kinder. And not just my story, Nancy's story, your story.
Yeah. You're one-dimensional to people on Instagram and TV.
But it's also safer. People think, right?
Oh, they would never say that to you in person?
Exactly.
Never.
You would never talk the way
But even if they said it to me in person, I think that if they talked with me but if they did, if they gave me 5 minutes and just heard why I feel the way I feel, they might say, you know what, Kathy, thanks.
Yeah.
I don't agree with you.
Right.
But I appreciate that. And that would be enough. But the hatred that goes on social media, I think
it's dark.
It's very dark.
It's really dark. And as much as we can sit here and say like the poor people, because obviously they're not well. Oh, switching the one. Oh,
what? Oh, I'm obsessed.
Carry on.
Is this on TV? Is this on camera? You saw it right there. Your first. She had a hard day.
That makes it.
You have no idea.
She had a bad day.
Okay, they say good taste is subtle but powerful. It's about making a statement without saying a word, and that's exactly what the Range Rover Evoque does every time it hits the road. With its sleek, sophisticated design, from the floating roof to the continuous waistline, the Evoque brings Range Rover's signature style to life. Those chiseled taillights and striking grille create a sense of movement, even when it's standing still. It's charisma in motion designed to capture attention without trying too hard. Step inside and it's all about comfort and luxury. You can personalize every single detail, whether you want a sleek, modern interior or something warm and inviting. The tactile gear shifter, advanced tech, and premium materials make every drive feel like an escape. So if you're looking for a vehicle that's elegant, refined, and effortlessly bold, the Range Rover Evoque is your answer. Visit LandRoverUSA.com to configure your Range Rover Evoque. All right, hydration is key, whether you're working out, on the go, or just getting through the old day. But let's be real, most sports drinks are loaded with sugar and unnecessary junk. I am all about LMNT, the ultimate way to stay hydrated and keep your electrolytes in check without any of the bad stuff. I literally take it every single morning. I even packed it on my trip to Canada. LMNT is a zero sugar electrolyte drink mix packed with everything you need: sodium, potassium, magnesium, and it's perfect for anyone, whether you're an athlete, following a keto lifestyle, or just trying to stay healthy. Also, I love a fun fact. LMNT is trusted by Team USA weightlifting top pro athletes and even Navy SEALs. So when you need to stay at the top of your game, LMNT is the way to go. And just for you, my Vinos, you get a free LMNT Sample Package that includes 8 flavors with any purchase at drinklmnt.com/offthevine. This simple pack includes 8 of their amazing drink mix flavors. I personally love the orange, the lime, the watermelon. Who am I kidding? I love them all. But it's also perfect for finding another favorite flavor or sharing with a friend. So if you don't love it, just shoot them an email. They'll refund your order, no questions asked. So drinklmnt.com/offthevine to purchase today.
I laugh a lot, but humor often hides a lot of pain.
Yes.
And if you need an example of that, Robin Williams, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I put out one-liners, and I love life. I am so grateful for life. Yeah. But, we all have tough times. Yes. And so to see, that's what I didn't expect on social media.
Yeah, hatred. Yeah, the darkness.
I wish people would understand that you don't have to agree with someone. Yeah. Just be kind.
Oh my God. Literally, you do not have to agree with anything. It doesn't mean you have to go and attack a personal belief or a look or something. Like, it doesn't make sense to me when people go, well, I'm going to attack the exterior, or like the amount of times that people freaking rip on me for getting like fillers or Botox.
Wait a minute.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
They rip on you?
Oh, I get bullied very badly online. A lot of people do who have a platform, but people will comment to me a lot of times and be like, I can't believe the amount of hate that you get on social media. Still to this day, I'm like, I'll read comments. People are, do
you read all of them?
No.
Okay. I was going to say,
do you get hate mail, Nancy?
No.
Because she's fabulous and perfect.
Somebody said my arms were fat in the back.
Your arms?
Wait, stop the press.
That's true.
Nancy does not have fat arms.
No, but
no.
You said anybody said anything.
Who cares if you did?
Really? Susan and I are compared all the time to Kris and Kaitlyn Jenner. And you know what? And all the time. We were on the Kardashians the other night. Do you know that?
You were on what?
The Kardashians. I didn't see it. Did you see it?
It was on the Kardashians? Great.
No, I personally was not there.
Gary was on it, and then pictures of
pictures. Oh, you saw it?
No.
Gary was on it?
Apparently. Yeah. I didn't see it.
He had gone there for dinner.
You're kidding me.
One of the producers. Yeah.
Wait.
On the show?
Yes.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Show.
I don't know. All I know is all these friends started texting me, oh my God, pictures of you are on the Kardashians and saying you look like Kaitlyn. And then they kept writing, not your daughter, Kaitlyn Jenner. I was like, what? So I didn't see it. But you know what? You know what I say to all those people? Thank you for the compliment.
Yeah,
she's
Kaitlyn Jenner is a beautiful woman, and liking me.
I love you.
Forever.
And
thank you for the compliment. Thank you. No, they still do.
And what else can they say? Once you say that, you think they're quiet, right?
Yeah.
Well, some, there are some.
I bet you they're all ones that don't have profile pictures too. That you
most
can't
of them
see
are
them.
not.
Yeah.
But you know what? It goes back to what you said, Nancy. Like, we have lived a lot of life.
Yeah.
And I am confident in who I am.
Yeah.
And if you want to be mean, be mean. But you know what, guys? Being mean is not going to make your life happy or longer. So rethink it.
I always say, like, how sad that you have one life and you see women like you on TV you've been through pain, you've been through it, and you're literally like embracing other women. And then how sad that you've got one life and you're going to follow someone, hate them, bash them. Like, that is going to make your life shorter and more miserable while you keep
Why don't people
taking it
get
to the
that?
bank too.
Why don't people get that?
Because they're Something's missing.
I mean, when people go, Kathy, you look so much younger, but hatefully saying that. Okay, do you want the number of my dermatologist?
Yeah.
And you can get filler and Botox too.
I did.
Like,
yes, I love it. I'm not just saying this to toot your horns. Like, that whole season revamped my vision around getting older. I was like, these women are so spicy still and full of life and beautiful and more confident than anyone that's ever been in this franchise. Like,
I love that. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
It really is. And people, that's the general consensus here. I have to talk about Gary because that's whose season you were on.
I'm dating him.
Right. No, you're not. Stop.
Use that as a clip. Gary.
Don't.
Kathy's dating Gary.
Kathy is dating Gary. And I can't wait to be on Screen Rant.
You can't say that.
No, that's incredible.
You can bleep it out.
We can
Or
do
not.
whatever, and people can just listen and realize that you're joking.
Let me say, Gary, you had the chance to have perfection. And what did you do? You chose not perfection.
What happened?
Honestly, okay, now that we've got the clip.
I love you. You get it.
You get,
The truth, I don't
Incredible.
care. See, I don't care. I don't
I'm
care.
obsessed.
The truth is, I text with Gary, I talk with him. Gary is a nice guy.
Okay.
Teresa's a nice person.
Yeah.
They're nice people.
Yeah.
It was a short season.
Yeah.
They got caught up in the moment.
Of course. Yep.
I think they were in love
very
in
short
the
season, too.
moment.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
As we all.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that's true.
Yeah.
do you?
Yes, absolutely.
And it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And I think we
Simple
all
as that.
love.
Yeah.
We want it to work. We all do, whether it's on The Bachelor or, the guy I met on the corner grocery store.
Yeah.
In our age group, there's so many extra things in the Golden Bachelor, and Joan is the new Golden Bachelorette, and she's gonna have find a guy. But you know what? Both of them they're gonna each have a house. They're gonna each probably have kids, probably grandkids. It's a different dynamic than the 20-somethings.
Totally, where you can just pick up and go, do this,
And
change
I think
careers.
having that is a difficult part of it.
But Nancy, don't you think you get caught up in the moment?
I'm
telling you get caught up in the moment on the
course you
show.
do.
And what sounds so easy.
No.
Okay, now the cameras are gone.
Right.
Oh, wait. I have to give up my job and move. Oh, wait. I have to give up the cornfields and move.
Especially with at that point in your life when you've literally built roots everywhere, and you're not just thinking about yourself anymore.
No.
You're thinking about your kids,
Literally,
kids.
I said that to Gary. I said, I have 3 children.
Yeah.
And at the time I had 1 grandchild. Now I have 2. I was like, I will travel. I will live part-time, but I'm not moving.
Yeah.
So
if Gary misjudged you, does he ever slide into the old DMs? Does he ever try and get back with you?
You know what? I think Gary regrets not getting to know some of the women better.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really do believe that. And I think he feels badly about that. I would love for him to find happiness. I want everyone to find love.
I can weirdly relate to that. I was so zoned in on my one guy that I picked that when we broke up, which was literally, we were together for 3.5 years, I remember being like, God, I was so laser focused on him. I should have got to know the other guys better. It's all the benefits of hindsight.
Time.
Yeah, you don't have time. You don't have time.
Time is
well, and you did have a
exactly
shorter season.
We did.
So then to be
I
so
knew the
into
women.
someone.
We knew the women.
Yeah.
Is that?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm saying we had such strong friendships because we spent time together.
Yeah.
Gary and I were always friends.
Yeah.
So romantically and same with you, Nancy. But if I were Leslie, if I were Faith, if I were Ellen, and he came to me, if I were one of those women, and he came to me on bended knee with, let's call it 1,000 roses, because that's what it would take.
Like a 5 carat.
I'm
I'd
sorry.
raise the stick.
5.
Big
I
time.
had one of those.
5.
I'm saying 7 or 8. Okay. If he came but seriously, if he came and said I was an idiot.
Yeah.
It was in the moment. I am. If I were one of those women, I'm a romantic. I believe in love. I would probably date him.
Let's get Bachelor in Paradise, Golden Bachelor in Paradise.
We would
Wait a
love
minute.
to do
Wait a
that.
minute. Are you only bringing me Gary?
No.
Oh, I would do Bachelor in Paradise.
All right, you guys, get ready for some exciting news because Macy's VIP sale is right around the corner. So starting on September 26th and then running through to October 7th, this sale is absolutely one you do not want to miss. And I am so excited to share all the juicy details with you because there's just literally something for everyone. So whether you're updating your wardrobe, you want to maybe revamp your beauty routine, try something new, or you're just sprucing up your home, this VIP sale literally has it all. So first, foremost, let's talk fashion, okay? Macy's is offering an incredible extra 30% off new fall styles from top brands. Now, usually people would do these sales when the season is over. They're doing this while it starts. So I know I personally have already been scoping the Macy's website and I've got my eye on the perfect oversized sweater to cozy up on a crisp little autumn day. Smell the pumpkin spice latte. Anyway, something I could dress up or down. And then also I really love myself a pair of knee-high boots. I just feel like knee-high boots make every single fall outfit just that much better. And then don't get me started on the chic coats that you're gonna find on this website too, okay? A lot of them will make people's heads turn, okay? Every time you step outside, people are gonna wonder, where'd she get that jacket? I just know it. I seriously, my head was turning just looking at the website. Okay, now I'm excited and I'm gonna be adding all of these to my cart ASAP. But while I have you, let's also dive into the beauty side of things because this is kind of where it gets really fun. You can score 15% off on your favorite makeup, fragrances, and beauty tools. I'm talking about treating yourself to that new eyeshadow palette that you've been eyeing, or finally getting your hands on that luxurious face serum that promises to make your skin glow. And if you're into fragrances like me, oh my gosh, I've got a collection. This is the perfect time to grab that new scent that's going to be your signature this fall. So from makeup must-haves to the best skincare that you can get your hands on, Macy's has everything you need to feel pampered and smell amazing. And guess what? The sale is not just about getting great deals, it's also about making your life a little more fabulous. So whether you're preparing for holiday gatherings or just treating yourself to a little something special, Macy's VIP sale is the perfect opportunity, okay? It's your chance to get ahead of your holiday shopping. This is brilliant for that, and find gifts that will make your loved ones smile, or maybe it's a chance to splurge a little. Again, give yourself a well-deserved treat. You have my permission. So here's the plan, okay? Start making your list. Head over to Macys.com to get in on these amazing deals. And remember, the VIP sale runs from September 26th to October 7th. So mark those dates. I already did it in my calendar, and shop early to snag the best items before they're gone, okay? So trust me, you're gonna love all the incredible finds that you'll discover over at Macys.com.
Show up or grow up.
Because Daisy was so out there with her cochlear implant.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? And I didn't put it out there before, but since then I have. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go. So now I have a pump.
You own that.
I do.
Yes.
And you know what? And I don't always, I wear it here.
Yes.
You don't always see it, and I don't really want anybody to see it. But at the same time, if you do, that's what it is.
I think but this is weird, but I think that's kind of badass. That's my girlfriend has one, and she's never felt any type of way about it ever. Good. So it's interesting to hear, like, because obviously, but having somebody maybe validate your insecurity in some way.
But
what
is wrong with our culture that
everything.
Nancy is made to feel insecure about?
Well, yeah, you're right. No, you're right. I don't know what's
because
wrong with
the more light that you shine, the more of the darkness doesn't want to like take it in or see it, and they come forward more. That just means you're a light. All the women that were on the season of the Golden Bachelor are lights, and people don't know what to do with that. I mean it. They don't know what to do with bright lights. You are all bright lights.
No, I don't want to believe that. I want to believe. I love that, but in a way, I want women. I want not just women. I want women and men to look at us and say, "Wow, if they can do it, I can do it."
The right ones do.
That's correct.
And the ones that don't,
that's correct.
They need a hug.
Can I just say,
you need to pray for them.
The men that say I can do it, please reach out.
Yeah. Please, here, we'll give your number at the end of this podcast.
Right, please do. But there's still great guys out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, there's got to be.
There is. And we will all find them.
We all will.
In the right timing.
Wait a minute.
We will all find them.
You know what?
What?
Something I learned. We may or may not find them.
Okay.
But what I've learned is I am okay by myself. I am a full and complete person.
Yep. I feel
and
that
if
way,
I don't, quote, find that guy, it doesn't matter because I'm happy with who I am and where I am.
Right.
God.
Well, and I think you also get used to like being alone. And I think all the women on the Golden Bachelor felt this way. You know, they all live alone. Some had kids or relatives living with them. Most didn't.
Yeah.
And none of us, we knew how to be alone because we had to.
Yep.
But at the same time, we still didn't like it.
Yeah.
We'd still rather have somebody to say, how was your day?
Yeah,
Let
of
me empty
course.
the dishwasher. Like,
Of course.
regular everyday life stuff.
I'm in such a weird place right now where I'm like, I'll empty the dishwasher. I do it. And I live by myself in a beautiful house and I've decorated and I've done so much for myself. And then at night, I'm like, well, it would be kind of nice to have something.
Right.
You know what? That's fair.
But I do feel
That's
whole.
fair.
Right.
I
That's
feel
fair.
I feel so solid in myself, and I'm not kidding. Like probably a year ago, I was
You
like,
know what? That's what will attract people because
That's right.
you
It
are
will.
strong and solid in yourself.
and I know that, and I really was at a place in my life where I was like, I actually think I'd be solid on my own for the rest of my life. I actually think that, and so anyone that comes in is going to be a bonus.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think when women say, and it's usually women, when women say, I am good by myself, I'm good, that's when they meet someone. I think when women say, I'm just looking for the man to complete me or the partner to complete me, that's trouble.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
you better be complete by yourself.
Yeah, I agree. I could literally talk to you both for 66 more minutes, but let me just ask you this. Joan is the next Golden Bachelorette. How are we feeling about the season coming up? Have you given her advice? Are we close with her? What can we look forward to? And what are we thoughts on the next season?
Joan lives 20 minutes from me. So Joan and I, because she left early, we didn't really get to know each other well until really after the show.
Yeah.
But we get together because, again, she's close by. And I think this season, I know she's really excited. I know she was apprehensive about,
Yeah, 'cause she's very shy.
how are we going to find...
She's not. Oh, just kidding. I thought she was shy. She's not. Kathy's shaking her head. Oh.
No.
You think she's shy?
No, I don't.
Oh,
She's
okay.
not.
Okay.
But I think she, and like all of us, would be worried, okay,
We just saw it not work.
what about are they going to find 22 Garys? Are they, or are they going to find 22, men?
Yes, they are.
I was trying to think of, the men, the gentlemen, the men I respect, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
In just my friend group, would any of them do it? And then somebody said, wait a minute, Nancy, they might if they'd lost their spouse, if they this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they might if they look at Joan. Let's be clear.
Well,
Let's just stop right there.
And that's the other thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she's got the look.
Yeah. 100%.
She definitely has the look.
Yeah.
And
Are you saying I don't have the look?
no, you do have the look, but I'm saying her look is she's got beautiful.
You know what?
blonde
I'm going
hair.
home. I'm getting extensions.
Stop
I'm
it.
getting
I
fake
would love
boobs.
to
I'm
get-
doing it.
Stop.
I'm doing it. It's
I would
happening.
love to get extensions. Let's go together.
Oh my God, you guys.
Let me say,
I want to go. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a great season.
Yeah.
I think Joan did leave early, but Joan, make no mistake, Joan knows what she wants.
Yeah.
She knows what she's after.
Yeah.
She knows what comes after.
Yeah. Right.
She saw what happened with Gary and Teresa.
Yeah.
This is not a 23-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's not a
She's
babe in the
smart.
woods.
Yeah.
She's smart. And
savvy.
all I think is they need to bring Nancy and me back on her season.
Oh, they will. They're going to bring all of you back.
Oh, no,
I
they're
hope
not.
so. I
What?
don't think they are.
I
But
think I'm going
I
on.
hope so. Yeah.
Of course you are.
might
Well,
meet some cute guy.
I might be there. I don't know yet. I actually don't know.
I want to be the MC, but I bet you are.
No, I'm not.
I want Jesse. I think
they're 100% bringing you in for something.
Jesse would be good together.
You have a podcast under their network. They want you there.
No, I'm telling you.
I don't.
If I had my dream, you didn't ask this question, but most people, no.
Just telling you.
Just saying.
Tell me to ask.
But most people.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. So most people ask me what was the thing what was the best part of the Golden Bachelor?
Yeah.
You know what it was for me?
What?
I'm not kidding. Being the MC with Jesse and Charity on
You guys
the
killed
wedding.
it.
You were so good.
You killed it.
I loved it. I love live TV.
I was very sad I wasn't with you for that. I said to one of the producers, that's when they said to me, I went, why couldn't I host with Kathy? And they went, too similar. You are Kathy in however many years.
I've never heard
Isn't
that.
that funny?
No.
But if they think I'm you, hell, that's
if they think
high
I'm you
cotton.
in the future?
That's high Indiana corn cotton. But
I agree.
I would do that again in a minute.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
that to me was high. But
forte.
I think Joan is going to be spectacular.
Yeah.
People will tune in.
Yeah.
Joan is beautiful.
Yeah.
She is lovely. She is kind.
Yeah.
We all know that she cares about her family.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be a great season. I can't wait for it.
I
Really.
can't wait. And I also can't wait to come on your podcast and the Golden Hour. That's what it's called, right?
Excuse me?
Your podcast?
It's called what?
Golden Hour?
Oh, I thought you said the Golden Hour.
Oh, I was saying like the podcast is called, Golden Hour. Happy Hour. There's Happy Hour
It's
and
under
Golden Hour.
It's under
right?
Bachelor Happy Hour. Then you look for Golden
I
Hour.
would never say the first.
Okay. You find the picture of Susan and me. And the funny thing is, we get, people go, oh, that's a woman's thing. We get so many men writing in questions.
Cool.
It's
Which is great.
I love that.
It's fun. It's
That's
fun.
awesome.
And Susan and I talk about everything.
I believe you.
I know.
I believe
There's
everything.
I'm not kidding you when I tell you that this is one of my favorite conversations I've ever had with anyone in 7 years of my podcasting.
What?
I'm not kidding. There's just, I think there's a lot of takeaways. I thought
might
there was a
cry.
lot of inspiration. It was funny as I think it was exactly what I would want in 72 minutes. We got to get out of here.
I mean,
you're charging.
can I tell you why we need to get out of here?
Yeah, because
My wine glass is empty.
And the bottle
You
is
are
empty.
me in the future. Yes, we will. We'll see you at the CMA Fest.
Yep.
The CMA
Definitely.
Fest. CMA
You
Fest.
can say the. You can use that
And
article
please tell
there.
everybody, oh no, Nancy was the quiet one, but she's here now and she can speak now because she has her tooth.
She's got her tooth. She is back
She
and
can
better than
speak.
ever.
However, if you're looking to date someone, if you want cute, demure, blonde, you want Nancy. If you want
blonde.
straight in your face, you want me.
Oh my God. I'm going to have you, if you will, back on during the Bachelorette season so that you can, so that we can have another conversation because this.
Happy to.
I just want to thank you for having us. You are fabulous.
You
Thank
both
you,
are. You
Kaitlyn.
just made my whole day, my life. This was.
Can I have
so
that dress?
incredible.
I want to have my
Yeah, of
fat
course.
hanging out of the.
You want to borrow it?
I need 2 of them to sew together, but yes.
Okay, lean queen.
Okay,
You
wait.
literally
Right,
correct us.
exactly.
Yeah. You guys are nuts. Thank you, honestly. And Golden Hour podcast, where can people find it?
On anywhere you get podcasts, go to Bachelor Happy Hour and then search for Golden Hour.
Okay.
And write in your questions because we will answer them.
I love that.
great.
And if you're single, slide into where? At?
Nancy at Gmail.
Oh my
Find me
God,
on Instagram.
I love you.
What?
You gave your email.
Yeah.
That's so precious. Okay, but what's your Instagram?
What's your Instagram?
What?
You don't know your Instagram.
Nancy A. Hulkhower.
I love you.
That's my name. Nancy A. Hulkhower.
I truly want to be both of you when I grow up, all put into one. I'm obsessed. This was amazing. I love you both so much.
I had a ball.
Oh my God.
It was great.
Oh, she's.
I have to leave now because there's men at the CMA
ball.
Fest that I need to find.
Wait, see,
Yes.
we're going to be fighting over. This is the thing. We're going to all get into a fight. We'll be on the front page of the Nashville Times. Kathy knocks Nancy on the floor going for the guy.
I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now ending. And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't mind a rating and review.
Pluto Pluto TV is a place for movie fans, like me.
And TV fans, like me.
They've got something for everyone, and it's free.
I love free, and I love Jersey Shore.